cool close-up portrait of Zoro. Let's get right in. Landscape page. Use pencil eraser, hit pause, or go too fast. Going to start with his closed eye. We just go, like center point of my page is about there, I'd say. We just come up a little bit, across to the right. And then we do a diagonal, a little dash. And then the top of his eyelid bends down and back up to a little spike on the end. And might be a little spike at the front here as well. So you got to thicken it up. So we just make it darker, curve around, back up to there, and then color or shade. He's got an eyelid line on top. Another couple just underneath. And then a big frowning eyebrow. So it's just like a check mark, just goes up this way. A sharp angle on Zoro's eyebrows. And we're going to darken up the front part. So we just draw another line. And we just color this black. Or if you're doing a pencil, just shade it with your pencil. He has another eyelid line just here. And then like some more lines just for like his face just in here. Because we're so close up, we can give him like a little extra detail in the face, which is kind of cool. So he's got his big scar that curves down the middle of his eye, right? So it's right up here. You can keep it as one line, but because, you know, most of the time it's one line, but because we're like so close up, we can just like do an extra little bit. So you can color a little bit of that if you wanted. What I go over and do is open eye. So you want to measure his eye, and that distance, like nearly the whole eye, probably not to like the end of his eyelashes, probably where like his eyeball would be, if you imagine. That distance will bring it to where the next eye starts. So the distance between his tear ducts is at roughly his eye, right, the width of his eye. And then the next eye starts there. And then we'll go diagonal again, and then across. And it's kind of like, you know, it's flat and he's kind of unimpressed. And it's not that heavy of a line. It's kind of, compared to other animes anyway. And then we'll curve this one underneath. So there. And he's kind of like looking up, so he's got that small grey iris, half circle or semicircle, just there. And then the pupil, somewhere in the middle. And then we got some eyelid lines again. And then a frowning eyebrow, check mark, arched up. And we'll just thicken up the front of it. And we got like a frown line here. And there is another eyelid line here as well. And some in at the nose too. And there's some other sort of frown lines in here. And then we'll do that nose. So in one piece they bring a line sort of down, right down like that. A little curve on the tip of the nose. And then the same on the other side. And sometimes there's like, you know, some hatching sort of lines there. Da da da. Right, we got nostrils under there. And then a downturned cranky boots. It's funny that I said that. It's like that's what we say to our kids. Cranky boots mouth. So he's like he's not happy. My 2-year-old daughter, when she pulls this face, I say, "Are you cranky boots?" Zoro's a bit cranky boots. And then his bottom lip. Oop, sorry, he went a bit off there. Just some hatching. And then a very strong chin. And so, like, proportions of things. So the eye, say like the pupil to the nostrils, say here to here. If this eye was open, it'd be here. It's about the same as nostrils to the chin. So that space and that space are roughly the same. It's not exact, but roughly. And then nostrils to the bottom lip is about the same as bottom lip to the chin. So that and that are about the same. Okay. So then we'll go for the jaw. Up there. You tend to be sort of underneath the edge of his eyebrow or his eye. In this case, he's got a really wide jaw, so it's like the eyebrow. So underneath where the eyebrow finishes, it's like there. And then it changes its direction and goes up. Up the side. Like so. And then we get like his sideburn just drawn in. And sometimes there's like some hair on the bottom here. Some textures on his sideburn up as well. So from the sideburn then we get the ears. So his ears stick out here. And on this here we get the earrings. So we get like 3 of them. And then ear lines. And then the earrings that hang down, just get 3 circles, and then they're like raindrop shape. 3 hanging down. Okay, and then the ear here. And then we do the hairline. Goes up. And then the hair across the middle. So he's got like a V in the center, right about here. So your forehead and your nose are about the same size. So say it's probably like right to the bottom of his nose to the frown here in the middle. That'll bring you roughly to where that starts. See, like here to here and there to there are roughly the same. Just where that V is. We get a little zigzag. And then he has a bit of fringe that comes down onto the front of his hair. So like these little spikes. Do, 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 do. Oop. And then the hairline runs off this way. So the rest of his hair is just short green spikes on the side. I always think of shark fins when I'm drawing these. Doo-doo. Bum, 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 bum. And then we got like some texture lines just all in here then. Like so. And there is some lines just for the side of his head here as well. Okay, so his neck, wide, strong neck. The other one, it's kind of behind this earring and then comes down there. Then we get neck muscles. Bit of an Adam's apple maybe. And then his trapezius. And then his collar. You can see his like collarbone here. And I think we should see it kind of here as well. And he's got that scar that sort of comes across his chest. And then the collar, the rest of it's just bumping down this way. So the 1.0 version. So I think 1.0 Zoro is my favorite version. I guess because he's a samurai and it's like in that era. Very, very cool. And a cool close-up portrait. I haven't done a close-up portrait of a character in a while. It's fun. Hope it's helpful. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.